Welcome back, folks. Something a little bit different. In 2001, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring was released. In the following year, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers was released. And the year after that, in 2003, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King was also released. And so to commemorate 20 years of the release of The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, the folks up at Weta Workshop Unleashed put on a special screening of The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, and did this.
Hey everyone,
It's Richard and Tania from Weta Workshop.
and although we may be 20 years older,
We're no less enthusiastic about the fact that we've worked on the Lord of the Rings film trilogy.
and to celebrate, we are doing a screening of The Return of the King at Unleashed in Auckland on the 5th of December.
So the doors will open at 5 p.m. for festivities, and then the screening will start at 7 p.m.
Where we're going to do an alternative commentary to celebrate the film.
So go online, book your tickets, and we'll really look forward to seeing you there.
And we brought along some favourite possessions. We have an original poster, look at that, from Return of the King, and Tanya's even found,
We've got 35mm film footage.
and what's more,
I think
it's got
Frodo's on it.
Frodo on it. So cheers to you. We look forward to reminiscing, having a chat with everyone, and sharing some fond memories. Cheers to you all.
Well, you didn't have to tell me twice. I snapped up my VIP ticket straight away, and lucky that I did, because VIP tickets sold out real quick. And so here I am. I'm going through the entrance of Weta Unleashed. This is the lobby, and it's up on the 3rd floor. But as you go up the escalators, you come up to the 2nd floor, and that is where the All Blacks experience is. And so if you're ever in Auckland, go check it out. It's an awesome place to go. And just coming up onto the floor here at Weta Workshop Unleashed, the staff were still just getting everything organized. It wasn't quite 5 o'clock yet, so I just walked around, and wow, I was so impressed by just looking at. They had, as you can see, the costumes on display, the Urukai there, and a Gondorian guard. I'm sure it's a guard anyway. So yeah, I love the Urukai. Awesome. And this is the Weta Cave. So the Weta Cave is the store that's here at the Weta Unleashed, and man, they sell everything in here. As you can see, they've got like all the figures. They've got like, sculpted statues, magnets, t-shirts. Nothing my size, unfortunately. But yeah, it was just, what an awesome place. And the great thing about tonight's event was that everything in store was 20% off for all those attending the event. So there was a lot of great bargains to be had. And oh man, I just love this Lurtz. And as you can see, look at these statues here. Oh, beautiful. I'm telling you, if I had the means, or even the space, I wouldn't know where I'd put all these if I did actually have them. So look at that, just awesome statues. And yeah, and there's this display here, and then there's the Smaug's head. Now I suffer from megalophobia, and I was definitely holding on that night, because that wasn't the only thing that was so massive in this place. But yeah, here's some of the other, it's 1/6 scale. Man, that was, I'm telling you, if I had the room, oh man, I'll just I mean, just watching this footage and just talking over this, look, even Smog's eyes follow you as you walk past it, so yeah, I'm just glad other people were there, but I'm telling you, I wasn't good. I wasn't good for sure. So yeah, so also here at the Weta Cape, they had these like mini, what they call mini epics. So they were more like caricatures of the characters from Lord of the Rings. But I'll tell you, if I had the means, So doors opened at 6 p.m. for VIP. That was for a Q&A with Tania and Richard, along with Daniel Falconer, who is also at Weta, and is well known for coming up with the conceptual art of Treebeard and also Sting.
What business? There's an elf, a man, and a dwarf having the Ritter mark.
So yeah, we're just waiting, and we got a lot of photo opportunities we had a dwarf there and an elf, so it was awesome to be able to go up and have photo opportunities with them. And I went behind the stairwell, and this fellow was hiding behind the stairwell. Here's the gold coin that you got as part of the VIP service, and you got a free drink when you handed that into the counter. Obviously I didn't hand it into the counter, so I just came in with it. And just like that, it was 6 o'clock and the doors were open. And just as I walked in, I kid you not, the first person that greeted me as I walked in to get to my seat was none other than the man himself, Richard Taylor, followed closely by his partner in crime, Tania, and I was speechless. He shook my hand, I just didn't know what to do. So we had a few people, before the Q&A started, we just had the opportunity to go up and just take photos with them and have a chat, and we're given these little goodie bags that were on our seats, and I'll show you what was in them later.
We're amongst a community of people like you. We're just saying to these two, there's some very dear, we've got many very dear friends that we've met through Tolkien fan.
So yeah, I didn't want to like just sit there and record this and miss being in the moment. So most of the time I just sat there, I took photos and just listened to their answers to the questions. So just after the Q&A, we did get a little time just to stretch our legs and to explore inside this awesome studio that was the Weta Workshop Unleashed studio. And this was just, I was just really gobsmacked when I saw this. It was just look at those little details and everything that went into this. And so yeah, we had time just to have a little walk and look around while the general admission folks came in. But just before everyone came in, I did manage to get a photo with Richard on the throne. I was geeking hard out. So here I am in the front row waiting for the movie to start. Everyone's making their way to their seats. Richard, Tania and Daniel will be giving a alternative commentary throughout this movie, and I'm ready for it.
I'm sure we'll have stories to tell.
Yeah, and please chime in if we are waffling or if we're just falling flat. Share your thoughts with us. I thought it'd be really nice if we could just get it rocking tonight, because we're here to celebrate in these movies as much as you are. We're very excited to be here. And Tania's super nervous, but I told her that you'd all make her feel a bit better pretty quick. So,
it's the friendliest of friendly crowds.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is going to be to not just get sucked in and watch the movie and forget to say anything, right?
Yeah, let's try not to do that. But also, if we just start to be as boring as ever, let's just you tell us and we'll just sit back and all enjoy the movie. But we'll try and give you some little witty anecdotes that we may never have shared before.
Yep.
You know, that's the objective tonight.
Awesome. All right. So watch a cool movie together, people.
And so we watched the theatrical cut of The Lord of the Rings Return of the King. The stories, the anecdotes that they shared were just amazing and funny and just awesome experiences that they shared. A lot of hard work, a lot of love, a lot of passion went into what they did, and you can see it in the movie itself. And for me, tonight was a dream come true for me. I loved the Lord of the Rings movies when they came out in theaters. I kid you not, I had watched them at least 10 times each. And I've got a whole bunch of relatives and friends who can back that up, because I would ask them had they watched it, and they would say not yet, and I said let's go. And so to Richard, Tania, Daniel, best night ever. Here's my pickup for the evening from the Weta cave there at the Weta workshop Unleashed, and that is my wife's favorite character in the Hobbit trilogy, the King Under the Mountain, Thorin Oakenshield. And these are those mini epic figures that I mentioned earlier as I was going through the Weta cave. And like I said, everything was 20% off, so I got a great deal on this mini epic figure. So I figured, because I got her a king, I needed a king for myself, and I went with the king himself, Aragorn. And yeah, great deal. You couldn't just get one, especially with the deals that they had that evening. So I grabbed the Aragorn, and these are the other figures that you can get also in this line. There are plenty other figures even from the Hobbit trilogy, but yeah, I grabbed these two mini epic Weta Workshop figures. So here it is, the gift bag that was placed on all the VIP seats, and this is what they had in them. We had this pouch that was included in the gift bag, and it was a Hobbit item. So as you can see, as I pull it out, it was a pair of Hobbit feet magnet. So yeah, so I had a pair of Hobbit feet magnet in the pouch. Next up, there was this awesome tea towel. So it's a tea towel with the Return of the King 20th anniversary logo on it. This is what was on it, celebrating the 20th anniversary of Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. And if you saw in one of my favorite photos, we had Richard Taylor autograph it for me, and so that was awesome. And so Tania explained that she was gifted by Peter a reel of 35mm film of The Return of the King, and she went and she looked for some images on the reel and spliced a few out just for the VIP folks, and this is what it is here. I can't really quite make it out, only because I don't have a projector, or I don't have a bright enough light to see what the image is, but that is from the original, one of the reels that Peter Jackson gifted to her, and she gave us a piece of that. Priceless. And so this is my haul. that will always be a part of my memory for this wonderful night.